What if I told you that there was a way to get anything you want? The money you want, the money you've been thinking about, and the money you know you deserve, the relationships you want, the person you've been thinking about, the lifestyle you want, the health, the body you want. What if I told you that there was a way to get anything you want, a way that will never fail you? Oh, Pablo, I'm skeptical. That sounds like a bunch of ludicrous. I'll tell you exactly how to do so. My name is Pablo. I'm a hypnotist and hypnotherapist. I've hypnotized thousands of people successfully, and I hypnotize people for success. I help them get what they want. The way to get what you want, the most powerful way to get what you want, no matter what it is conditioning your belief system, programming your beliefs at the subconscious level. Now, this term, this verbiage has been played out. We've heard it a ton of times. But I'm the person who can tell you exactly how this works in a really simple way so that you can start pushing yourself towards the reality that you actually want. So the only thing that stops us from living the life that we want is our beliefs. More specifically, our limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are beliefs that have been programmed into us by ourselves, upbringing, parents, society, so on and so forth. Beliefs that have been programmed into us that are limiting us from having the life we want, the partner, the relationship, the love, the money, respect, the status, so on and so forth. These are beliefs that are limiting us. Limiting beliefs usually center around things like self-worth, self-esteem, self-confidence, so on and so forth, because those things are like the soil that everything else springs and sprouts from. Right? You won't make the money you want if you don't have the confidence and self-esteem and the self-worth. You won't have the love you want if you don't have the confidence, self-esteem, and self-worth. The body, so on and so forth. So when you see someone who is living in a shadow of themselves, or maybe this resonates with you, it all stems from those limiting beliefs. And as limiting as those beliefs can be, in a different reality, they can also be the beliefs that propel you to success, that push you to success really, really, really quickly. Why is this so powerful? Well, those beliefs are located in the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is not this fictitious made up concept. No, it is literally the brain. The brain, out of 100% of its processing power, it actively uses 5% and it reserves 95% of that as storage, right? It's like the storage in your computer, right? So the 5% is the conscious mind. That is the part of the brain, we're getting into the science part here, that is actively aware of things, right? So you are watching this video, you're processing what I'm saying, you're using the 5% of your brain. They used to think that it was 10% that attributed to the conscious part of our mind, but it's actually 5%. 95% is reserved for storage. This is the part of the brain that acts like a bank, a storage vault. It stores all the memories and experiences and traumas that have ever happened to us. So traumas, PTSD, things like that, that's stored in the subconscious mind. It's not, again, a fictitious concept. It is literally how the brain works. That is just science, okay? Now, because 95% of our brain's capacity and processing power is allocated to the subconscious mind, that means it is that much more powerful than the conscious mind. So whatever's stored in there, right, either limits you or really throws you into a successful state, a successful reality, right? That is why it's so powerful. And also because it's unconscious. These are unconscious processes, right? So you don't have to think about them. If your self-esteem is wired and your self-confidence is wired and your self-worth is wired in a way at the subconscious level that is conducive to success and propels you to success, well, then that's 95% of your brain that you're not even thinking about. That is just going to filter out naturally opportunities and relationships and people and things and have perspectives in a way that propel you towards success. That is why it's so powerful, because it doesn't take conscious effort. You're not thinking about it. There's no mental dialogue. It's just who you are. And also why this is so powerful is because we perceive reality. You know, you've heard the saying, reality is perception. Perception is reality. I perceive this to be a black marker because, or I believe this is a black marker because I perceive it as such. It's a belief, right? No, we all can agree that it naturally is, but like beliefs the beliefs we hold, I think you know where I'm getting at with this. The beliefs we hold shape our reality. So that is why two siblings can live in the same household, same parents, be within a year of each other, but have two completely different childhood experiences. This is why two people can be in a meeting and have completely different experiences, because our beliefs shape the way we see things, the way we interpret things. This is why some people are more sensitive than others. This is why some people, some people don't catch on to certain things. Like, this is the beliefs we have, right? And the shape everything. And the most powerful thing about it is you can change those beliefs, right? In a number of different ways, through years of inner work, right? But the most powerful and potent and fastest way is really through hypnosis. Why? Because these beliefs were set into us typically from ages 0 to 8. That is when self-esteem is built. That is when self-worth is built, self-confidence, and our identity, how we think we fit into the world. You're smart, you're beautiful, all these things our parents told us, they're set in stone, right? And then our brain calcifies, right? Which means it gets harder, we're set in our ways. So it gets harder and harder to reverse these things, right? And we the thing is, as human beings, we look to reinforce the beliefs we have about ourselves. So if you believe that you are smart, subconsciously, you are going to put yourself in places around people and do certain things that make you feel like you are smart, and you're going to avoid things that make you feel like you are dumb and stupid, right? This is how people end up with really big egos, okay? But the reason why that those things set in when we were children was because our brain was highly suggestible. It was malleable. It was squishy, right? Willing to take on suggestions. You tell a kid that they are Spider-Man and they try to start shoot webs. That is, kid. Look at a kid. You tell them they're superheroes and they believe it. That is an example of you and your brain in its most suggestible state, right? Hypnosis is as potent as this because it allows your brain. The work of hypnosis is not magic, it's science. It's really to slow the brain waves and the heart rate down to the point where you are borderline sleepwalking and borderline dreaming. And what your brain is in an incredibly suggestible state yet once again. This is our brain when we are dreaming. Why do you think that you cannot? Most people, 99% of people, do not know that they're in a dream. Right? And if we believe that we suddenly woke up in a magic castle in the dream, we would take it as reality, right? If we think we can fly in the dream, we take it as reality. We see monsters in a dream, we take it as reality. Why? Because the brain is in a suggestible state. The problem with dreams is we cannot control the dream. It is random. The job of the hypnotist / hypnotherapist is to keep you suspended in that state, right? And guide you to a place where we can identify where these beliefs started, rewire them with the proper perspectives, the proper beliefs, the proper level of forgiveness for these things that have happened to you, and replace them with beliefs that propel you towards success in a really practical way. A lot of people might have self-esteem issues, or they end up in toxic relationships because they don't have a high enough level of self-worth. This usually stems from a childhood interaction with a father, or maybe an absent father or a mother, or whatever it might be. We revisit the childhood in memory, right? The subconscious mind never forgets these things, and we forgive what happened. We re-narrate what happened, and we instruct how the most powerful way to perceive these things is, right? So, and that is why they come out of the session feeling rejuvenated, feeling clear, feeling a sense of incredible relief, because these things aren't holding them back now, and they're free to move through the world intuitively without all this mental dialogue and clutter. Now, the easiest way to get this done is you see a hypnotherapist or a hypnotist. That's the best way. That is why people spend the money they spend. It's because this stuff is so powerful, so potent, and so immediate in its results, right? And long-lasting in its results. The second way is you learn how to hypnotize yourself, which is a bit more difficult, but I'll have some more videos on this, right? But really, the closest thing to it is getting into a state of really, really deep meditation, which is difficult unless you've been doing it for a very long time. But I say all that to say, I'm going to end this video with the following. The most powerful way to get what you want is to outline the beliefs that are holding you back, and to replace them with beliefs that you know would serve you. Money beliefs, self-confidence beliefs, self-worth beliefs. You can probably write them down on paper if you're honest with yourself and replace them with ones you know that would propel you towards success. Hope that helps. Subscribe. I'm out. Peace.